Yeah, students, hope you are doing well, and you must have written the story and of the all the comic strips of the history of this particular chapter, glimpses of the past. Now, while writing this story, you must have faced one typical point. Okay, why I gave you that? Because you were given, because you were writing in whatever bubbles of the dialogues you were there, you were seeing it, in direct speech, but when you were writing it, it was in reported speech. Okay, so that must have hit your mind, that he said that the British officers said that the British officers told to farmers to pay the tax. Okay, now this you must have gone through it. Okay, I know it was not told, so that it should struck hit your somewhere in the backside of the mind, that while writing that story, that questions will be, that way of writing will be coming. When, and I'm sure that you must have done with your question answers and the PDF. Now, since you have already done with the question answers, if not, do it now, do it today itself, and then I'll be supplying you with that, with whatever I told. I mean, some notes, some important points, I'll be giving it to you. Okay, so so that you can compare and you should not get biased with the things. So first you should complete it, number one. Number two, if you go to page number 46, working with the language, you will find studies with these examples. The direct speech and the reported speech is given. Now, this is a good portion. I mean, good lengthy portion. It is not very simple to write, why are men taking away the entire crop. The first farmer asked the officer why his men were taking away the entire crop. Only two questions and some 6 sentences have been given. It is not that easy. So what we are going to do, reported speech and reported direct speech, we are going to study in the next video lecture. Okay, speaking and writing, it is upon to you. Okay, you just, it is not that important. Okay, because it is just like an unseen passages, some pictures are given. Speaking and writing, the fox gets into the well and all, it is not that important. Okay, another question number 4 and 5, create our own story, because we have already created the story, so no need to go for these particular chapter number, I mean page number 48 and 49. Okay, now two things are remaining with us. Firstly, this page number 46 study these examples. Next video lecture will be, next video lecture means after finishing the Macavity the Mystery Cat, we shall be taking up and today what I am going to do is that today you will be supplied with the notes. If you see in your grammar book, Collins, you will find that that has been given, very in 2-3 pages. So what I have done is compiled all the rules and 1 to 2, 3, 6 sheets of the pages, so that you can go through it. Some exercises also I have supplied with, so that you can go through. So before we start, after a couple of lectures, we'll be starting with the grammar part, again reported speech and direct speech. Before that, you should go through it, so that when I am teaching, it is very easy to understand. I'll be also supplying you some hints, some words, so that how you can say a particular word sad in hundreds of ways. So that I'll be giving it to you. So today we are starting with this particular chapter, Macavity. By that time, you just write your question answers of the previous portion, and if you have not finished up with writing the story of each comic strip, do write it. This is important, because and when you do it, the rest of the things, I mean apart from question answers, one grammar portion, the grammar portion I'll be doing from the grammar book itself in a detailed manner, reported in direct speech. Rest of the things are not important if you have done your writing of the story out of the comic strip. Okay, and now this is important one, Macavity the Mystery Cat. We shall be doing it today. I'll be explaining you the poem, and after the poem we are going to, and the next we'll be working with the poem, and we'll do some of the question answers, and then we'll go to the grammar portion of reported and this thing. And this is reported and direct speech are important for your next year and next couple of years. It is required in class 9th and 10th. So you'll getting a first information and notes. I'm supplying it to you, okay, today. So let's start with the Macavity, the Mystery Cat. Now, Macavity, the Mystery Cat is written by T.S. Eliot way back in actually 5th of October 1939, just the onset of the Second World War. And he had written Mystery of the Cat, the Mystery Cat, in Old Possum's Book of Mystery Cats. Old Possum's Book of Mystery Cat was a book in which many poems were there. And this poem has, this poem was written by T.S. Eliot, just to portray the creativity among the kids, okay, kids of your age. So this poem is apt for your age. T.S. Eliot purposely wrote this poem and created this masterpiece just because of people of your age. And he had collected all types of many poems are there. But this poem was quite popular, and it is still popular. It is enacted also on the dramas and stage theater performances done. So this is an important one. And then another thing I would like to just mention, T.S. Eliot was very much influenced by Arthur Doyle. Now, Arthur Doyle is the creator of a character called Sherlock Holmes. So Sherlock Holmes and Macavity Cat almost resemble in character, but Sherlock Holmes is a lengthier novel. It is not a novelette also. It is a thick novel, and whole series of it. And whatever he did, Sherlock Holmes, the same thing, in the slide that Mystery Cat is doing, and Macavity, the Mystery Cat, and the name of the Mystery Cat has been given as the Hidden Paw. Okay. So now we are going to start. It's a very interesting poem. You have to just go for the imagination that how it must be doing, and how the cat is performing, how the cat is living, what is doing, what effects, what repels, what influence it is having. Okay, so let us start with it. Macavity's a mystery cat he called the Hidden Paw. Now, he is called the Hidden Paw for he is the master criminal who can defy the law. Now, he is the hidden paw. The word hidden paw, the name has been, given purposely hidden paw. Somebody hiding, somebody under sly is doing, the things. And then another word, criminal who can defy the law. That means it is a negative character. This mystery cat is a negative character. It is not the, character which is a positive character. It is a negative character. He is the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the Flying Scots' despair. Now, bafflement of Scotland Yard. Scotland Yard actually, Scotland Yard are the headquarters of British police, and right now we have got various agencies like CBI or FBI. Okay, they are doing criminal investigations, but in Scotland Yard was the headquarter of British police, and it was the detective wing. And long back, one train robbery was there, 1911 or 12, the train robbery was there. So for that, to find out that robbery, Scotland Yard was specially created, headquarter was created in which that train robbery was solved, and then came then they continued with that, and Scotland Yard took, for 30-40 quite good years. Right now also it is said that Scotland Yard is the best detective police, and police of the world follows many rules of Scotland Yard. Okay, so it is a bafflement of the Scotland Yard. That means bafflement means confused. Okay, bafflement, the Scotland Yard is in confusion. The Flying Squad in despair. The Flying Squad is the whenever a crime scene is there, the first car to arrive is a Flying Squad only, and the Flying Squad only goes for patrolling and all. So you must have seen in the Hollywood movies, the patrolling car is there. So that is the Flying Squad car. Okay, and then the actual crime detection team arrives later on. So the Scotland Yard is always on the move with the Flying Squad, but then on the display, they are not able to find what, and they are confused. What is this? For when they reach the crime scene, Macavity is not there. Now, when they are reaching the crime scene, whatever the crime has been committed by Macavity vanished. Okay, did and vanished. So it is a mysterious character. Okay, works under sly, And you can think some 40, now you must have watched many movies. Now you can think when it was written, 1939, 80 years back, when there were no movies, no films. So, and just books were only the source of, entertainment. So how a good picture, a vivid and a mysterious, interesting picture it had created in the minds of the young people. Macavity, there's no one like Macavity. Macavity, I mean, he's named as Hidden Paw also. Okay. And when Macavity, does anything, no one like Macavity. I mean, it's you cannot compare anything to Macavity. He's broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. Now, whatever laws of the society have been established, Macavity has broken all the laws. Okay, whatever norms of the society are there, he has broken all the laws. Apart from this, he has broken the law of the gravity also. That means if somebody, some human being commits a crime, he is found everywhere. I mean, anywhere you can find, or the Scotland Yard or the police or people can find him, catch him. But then when Macavity does it, he defies the law of gravity. He just flies or vanishes. I mean, people are stick to the ground, but it is not sticking to the ground. It is just going away, disappearing in the air. Okay. His powers of levitation would make a fakir stare. Fakir is actually denoted to somebody having magical powers. Okay, like Sufi saints and all having magical power. Now, fakir stare, everybody is staring where the levitation means something which can fly in the air, something which can rise, something which can, float, something which can, defy the law of gravity as it is mentioned in the poem itself. Okay. So it happens just, it vanishes. Okay. And fakir or the saints having the, magical powers are also, just flabbergasted that how it happened. They are taken to surprise. And when you reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. Now, when people are discovering that something wrong has been done, the criminal is missing. And who is the criminal? Macavity, the Hidden Paw. You may seek him in the basement. You may look up in the air. Go and find underground. Go and find in the air. Go and find the top floors. Go and find the roof. But I tell you once and once again, Macavity is not there. Macavity has vanished. Macavity is a ginger cat. He's very tall and thin. Tall, thin. I mean, these are the, qualities and traits of somebody very athletic. Okay. So he can walk fast, he can run fast, he can disappear fast. He's not sluggish. He's very swift in his work. Okay. And he's a ginger cat. Now, ginger here has been denoted somebody who works hard. So only the people who are thin, slim, athletic body can work hard. So he's always, working hard. And but working hard means when he's always defying the laws. Okay, whatever laws, whatever norms of society are there, Macavity cat is defying all the laws, breaking all the rules, spoiling everything. And athletic body, ginger in nature, that means working hard to defy the laws. I mean, criminal working hard. Some contradictory image has been created over here that somebody is working hard but in a negative way. You would know him if you saw him. But when you will see the Macavity, then only you will know. Now, till now, poet says that, Eliot depicts over here what it does, what ripples it has created, what type of trouble it has given to Scotland Yard, the Flying Scot, the people, laws are broken. Now the imagery starts how Macavity looks. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in, obviously athletic body, eyes are sunken. I mean, it is not bulging out, that means there is no fat. His brow is deeply lined with thought. Brow is deeply lined with thought means eyebrows are there, but this forehead is having too much lines. Have you seen Albert Einstein? He's having too much lines over there. So who's having lines? Those who are having, too much of thought going on in the head, those who think too much. and your elders also, I mean your grandpa, granny, or grandfather, they are having lines over there because thinking too much. So lines are there because some or the other thing, the planning, meticulous planning is going on inside the head. His brow is deeply lined with thought. Too many thoughts coming in and out, planning, execution, how to execute. His head is highly domed. His head is highly domed means it is a big one. Dome means a bigger, I mean, something like hemisphere. So highly domed means it's very height. I mean, too much of head, and then it's wearing, I think, a cap, a hat. And when the hat is there, highly domed means too much of mind is there. I mean, he's a full of, he's a brainy. His coat is dusty from neglect. Now he's too much ginger, too much hardworking, too much athletic, too much meticulously planning the things that very shabby in coat. Coat means the fur or the skin which with the hair. Or coat here can be wearing a overcoat also. So it is very shabby. Now shabby means not worried about own appearance, but worried about what should I do next. Okay. His whiskers are uncombed. Whiskers means mustaches. Mustaches are very uncombed. That means they are also shabby. Like people who are working very hard do not do not care for their appearance, do not care for their hairs, do not care for the dirt which has stuck to their body, but they are always their head is working, their mind is working, their hands are working, their feet are working, but they're not bothered about their appearance. He sways his head from side to side with movements like a snake. Now, when he's moving here and there, that means collecting lots of information from here and there, like snake does. Okay, it have a swirly or swaying movement. Okay, so it's moving with capturing everything. I mean, nothing can hide from McCavity. He knows everything. So this is an imaginary which has been created by moving here and there, means like camera, watching everything, capturing everything, collecting everything, getting informed, well informed, and like a snake. Okay. And when you think he's half asleep, he's always wide awake. Now his eyes, his appearance, his body language will not tell what is going on in the mind. The mind is fully awake. The mind is fully functional. The mind is working more than what we can apprehend, what we can, what we can anticipate. That how the mind, I mean, what is going on in the mind, whatever we can anticipate, what we can think of that McCavity is thinking, we are wrong. And there's much more things going on inside the mind of the hidden paw. McCavity, there's no one like McCavity. For he is a fiend in feline shape, a monster in depravity. Now, fiend means a demon or monster. Okay, a man which, is huge. The imaginary is not of a wrong man. The imaginary the image has been created as a monster or the demon with, a very good height, very big brain. I mean, a big body has been created, but it is a cat. So contradictory imagery has been created. What comes in our mind? A small cat. But what actually image has been created? That is a fiend. Fiend means a demon or a monster. Or in a feline shape. Feline shape means monster in the shape of a cat. Monster in the shape of a cat. Okay, a monster of depravity. Monster of depravity means something who does corruption in a big way, because McCavity has broken all the laws, so it is a corrupt habit. Those who break law are corrupt. So he is a monster in depravity. That means he is a corrupt monster. He is a corrupt demon in depravity. Okay, so monster of depravity. Somebody who is corrupt, not manly, monsterly. So does defy the laws more than man can do. You may meet him in a by street. Now, by street, by lanes means one is main lane, one is highway, then city. We have got main lanes, and then we have got blocks where people live, and they are by lanes. Okay, galiyan, what we can call. You may see him in the square. Now, square as two things are there. Square where four roads are meeting, so that is also square. And square means, blocks are there. So blocks means, in England, when the planning was done, and people used to live in blocks. Okay, the blocks are there for living. So blocks are there in India also. We call block number 1, block number 2 when the planned city is there. So block can be, square or quadrilateral shaped, uh, group of houses. Okay, 5 or 7 or 8 houses are there in a group, like, so that can be a block also. And then this is actually, the block is meaning by, square block is there, but it also means a place where 4 roads are meeting up. But when crimes are discovered, McCavity is not there. When people discover that some law was broken, McCavity has vanished. So this imagery has been created, that he defies all the laws. He can defy the law of gravity also. He can defy the social law also. What people should not do, McCavity is doing, and he has been, nicknamed as the hidden paw. The hidden paw means a nickname has been given because, which reflects that his paw means hidden feet. So he does it, but it is hidden. Okay, he vanishes whenever the crime is discovered. After that, we will not be able to find, and none of the police. Scotland Yard means the best police at that time. Scotland Yard was taken up to be the best one in whole of the world in 1920s, because they have solved many mysteries, and they were invited to solve the cases also. They were having the highly trained detectives at that time. But McCavity is beyond their expectation. McCavity is beyond their control. McCavity is beyond their understanding. Okay, so such imagery has been created. Now this poem has a very good imagery has been created. What a detective must be. Detectives, till now, they have, like Slylock Fox and all, used to create, excitement in the mind of youth. Now you can understand that no television was there, no movies were there, theater was limited, and everybody was not having access to theater. And that time this poem was written for the youth. So I'm just 80 years back. So you can understand how how popular this poem must have become. So you just go through this poem. We are ending up right now over here. In the next, we'll solve the question answers of this poem. By that time, whatever I told in the first part of this video, write in short, write all your comic strips, solve all the questions. You will be supplied with the question answers also, so that you do not miss up the point. And I'm sending you they are supplying with you, with the notes of direct speech and reported speech. Go through it, and after that we'll be doing up the grammar portion. Thank you.